Hello all and welcome to not the 12 days of Clonesmas, but the 12 days of Primesmas. Yes, I decided that this year we'll be counting down to Christmas with 12 different toys of good old Optimus Prime. So I did 12 days of Clonesmas previous years. However, I've kind of exhausted a lot of my weird, unorthodox Clone Trooper merchandise. So I figured, let's change it up. And I did a poll, and while a lot of you guys wanted to see a Stormtrooper-focused one, there was not only a lot of votes, but also a lot of actual verbal support for a Transformers-themed one, and a couple of you guys actually suggested Optimus Prime specifically. So, the 12 Days of Primesmas was born, or I also saw 12 Days of Optimus, but I think it's a little confusing, so we'll go with Primesmas. And these are going to be figures that may or may not really be worth their own videos. Some of them are going to be quick, some are going to be a little lengthy, but to kick off day one, we will be a little longer today because we're talking about the mascot of the 12 Days of Primesmas, and that is, of course, the Holiday Edition Optimus Prime. I'm going to try to make this video not super duper long and in-depth, because I want it to be more comparable length to ones you will see later down the road, because not every video is going to be, you know, a 10-15 minute review like this one will be. Some may be a minute or two long. They will not be YouTube shorts, though. All of them are going to be fuller length. So, this is the Holiday Edition Optimus Prime, our mascot for the 12 Days of Primesmas. And I love this figure so much. When it was unveiled, I was so excited for it because it's a brand new mold. So the mold itself, actually a little teaser for the vehicle mode, and I will transform all the Primes in this series. The vehicle mode is a Volvo semi-truck. That is the same kind of truck that Amazon uses. There's a rumor for an Amazon-like collaborative Optimus Prime that never happened. Will it happen someday? Maybe. But for now, we have what will probably be, or might have been and never will be, the Amazon Optimus as a holiday Optimus. And I love it so much. It's an all-new mold. It's really nice. They might be able to repurpose it as like a G2 Prime, or like the whatever name, the like Super Optimus Prime, the one with like, basically get the legs looking a little bit more like this, and it's like a G2 Prime, one of the weird G2 versions of Optimus. Still, very exciting figure, really do love it. So the trailer doesn't have too much to talk about. It is simply just the same trailer we have seen since Earthrise. It does have this new piece on it, though, to accommodate for the difference of the truck. Because typically it would hitch right there, but because the truck is a different length, there's this nice additional piece where it'll hitch further back. You can put that down. You can see it's kind of got a bit of a candy cane stripe. I love the Autobot with the Santa hat logo. And of course, you can open it up. It's all white, all unpainted, unfortunately, but you still have his little drone buddy, and he's still got little hands, so you can still give him some festive cheer, I guess. I would have liked it if they added some paint on the inside, because it looks even worse being all white than it has being all silver in the past. But still, it's a nice little display piece. It'll kind of stand alongside Holiday Optimus. And I don't know, I just think it really adds to the festiveness of this figure. So the figure itself, he looks like Santa Claus. That's his gimmick. He looks like Santa Claus. And I love it. He's got the white tufts around the wrists. He's got the white seam going down. He's got big black boots. This is not the Matrix of Leadership. No, inside his chest, he has the Matrix of Holiday Cheer. And I love it. It is removable. And you can see it's kind of a standard Matrix we've seen for a while, but now it's green for the holidays. So it is actually a different Matrix. Maybe Santa Claus to Miss Prime handed it down to him. But I want to talk about this head sculpt, because it is so good. So in the promotional images, I didn't really realize that his faceplate was white, kind of like Santa's beard. But it is. And something about it, it just looks really nice. The head itself is this really nice metallic blue. It's some of the only blue on the figure. And you can see he does have some green light piping, which is pretty nice. So that's pretty much the figure overall. You can see it's a very different kind of transformation for Optimus. Cab being the legs. He's got the wheels back there. He does have his candy cane blaster, which I'm pretty sure is a reuse of the same blaster from Earthrise Prime. I don't think this guy shares any pieces to Earthrise Prime, though, if any. Maybe some elements of the arms. I didn't personally check, but let's get down to it. Let's get a little closer look. You can see his articulation is very on par with what we see in modern Transformers. It's just such a nice figure, man. I really love it. It's got a nice ankle pivot. For the transformation, you actually do have some downward movement, but not too much up. He's just really nice, man. He's even got the buckle. He's got the belt buckle. It's so cool. Oh man, this figure is perfect. It's actually one of my favorite modern Voyager Optimuses. I think they did a great job with it. Now, will they retool this into that G2 version of Prime? I mean, they might be able to, but I think they'd have to do a little bit more tweaking to really get that to work. But let's try to transform him. The transformation is actually pretty involved for an Optimus. I really like it though. I've only done it once from vehicle to robot. So let's see, let's find out together how easy this is. If I recall, it's not too difficult. Maybe a little difficult, but not too bad. And the chest is really locked in there. There we go. He's got these little black pieces that I thought like kind of looked cool like this, but they're actually important to get that tabbed in. It's so wild seeing how an Optimus Prime actually, the head goes like on the back. Look at that. That's where the head ends up. That is wild to me. The transformation on this Prime is so different from almost any other I've ever seen, and it's truly mind-boggling to me. Like, let's look at how the legs go. These legs are wild. Look at all these things that are flipping. Then the feet, they like compress and then totally go inside the cab. Man, this guy just has so much going on. I love it. I have so much passion for Transformers, especially for Optimus Prime. I love how each toy is so different and unique. And that is actually one thing about 12 Days of Primesmas. I tried my best to make sure each toy was as different and unique as possible. So you will not see two toys from the same toy line at all. This is the only Generations Optimus you are going to see on 12 Days of Primesmas. There is one that's kind of a cheat, you know, kind of from the same show, but you'll see why I did it. So we're almost there, actually. Just gotta tidy some things up. I genuinely do not remember how the arms go underneath, so we're gonna have to figure this out together. So I guess the arms, they're gonna connect. I see where they connect to each other. Or they don't, actually. We'll find out. I think the arms are gonna slot in like right down here or something. Again, we'll figure it out. That's what Transformers are all about. They're about figuring it out. Yeah, I see how it slides in. Yeah, just get that slid in right there. Tabs in. So once you get everything lined up underneath with the arms, you just kind of tab it together. I love how it says Happy Holidays, too. Oh, this weird piece. I forgot you actually take that buckle and you move it. I almost forgot about that. That's such an odd element to the transformation, something I've never really seen with an Optimus before. What filled the legs ends up filling the side. And it's so odd, the fake chest, you take the little grill pieces and you flip them, and it just forms the back of the cab. And you can see the matrix of holiday cheer poking out the back. And there we go. You can do what you want with that smokestack, have it off to the side, have it kind of sticking out. This is a really unique Optimus. It's very unique, very interesting. It's so wild to actually see an Optimus where this portion just doesn't form the legs. It's so wild to me, but they did such a great job. They really did. It's such a nice Prime. And, you know, get them all hitched up, and there we go. I have noticed it does have a bit of an issue where this, because it does transform so much compared to other Primes, doesn't stay together as well as you'd maybe want. But still, it's just the novelty of this Santa-themed Optimus Prime. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Is this not amazing? Is this not one of the best Optimus Primes you've ever seen? Personally, I love it. I think it does such a good job replicating the Volvo truck. And I'm not sure if I'll get a repaint of it personally, because I don't really like doing Optimus Prime repaints. I like them all being different, unique toys. But in the case of this guy, since this might serve as more of a holiday decoration in my life, I might be okay if they make a more serious repaint of this guy. So there we go. The first day of the 12 Days of Primesmas is said and done. What will day 2 hold? I actually don't know. I have them all piled up next to me. I'm just going to blindly grab one.